Hi, my name is Lauren Page. I am a distance student for this subject. Today I am going to be doing a presentation on Get Reading Right, which is a phonics program designed in 2005. All the information that I have based my presentation around is from the Get Reading Right website, which is www.getreadingright.com. So let's just dive into it, and I hope you like my presentation. Thank you. So what is Get Reading Right all about? Well, Get Reading Right is created by teachers for teachers, is an interactive and multi-sensory phonics program. Get Reading Right was designed with the use of synthetic phonics as the foundation and focus of students' development for reading, writing and spelling. So overall, it's covering all literacy aspects. This program was primarily designed for early stages. However, if the student hasn't adequately developed an understanding of phonics skills and the use that they have in everyday words and spelling and writing, then this program is also absolutely great for them to learn these skills and develop a knowledge and understanding of phonics. As I have outlined in the slides before, Get Reading Right program is teaching students synthetic phonics. So what is synthetic phonics? According to the website, synthetic phonics refers to synthesizing or blending of sounds to make a word. And phonics is the approach of teaching students how spoken words are composed of sounds known as phonemes, and how the letters in words coincide with these phonemes. For example, hat, h-at, h-a-t. Each of the sounds has a letter which represents it. And so basically this program is teaching students that all phonemes, which are sounds, make up words. Before discussing the process and the structure of the Get Reading Right program, I'm just going to discuss the background and origins of how it all began. So where did it all start? In 2005, Joanne Dooner and Michael Wood trialled the synthetics program in 4 kindergarten classes. The trial was designed so 2 classes were taught using synthetics program and the other 2 classes were taught with traditional phonics programs. The trial was allocated longer than 4 weeks, however they had to cut it down due to the class learning traditional phonics being too far behind. This was the results that they wanted to hear, and from then on they designed the Get Reading Right program, which has now been going for 11 years. Get Reading Right is now used by thousands of schools across the globe, from over 500 Australian schools, 1,000 United Kingdom schools and 80% of the international schools in Hong Kong. As you can see on the image, this is Sydney schools that use synthetic phonics. Over the past 11 years, you can see how it would have started with just a few schools in the area and now how it is constantly spreading throughout. Synthetic phonics, and why does it work? As discussed earlier, synthetic phonics is teaching students how spoken words are composed through blending of sounds, e.g. cat, k, at, t. Rather than know the name of the letters, synthetic phonics focuses on students' understanding of the sounds or phonemes. For example, once again for cat, rather than students knowing cat as C-A-T, they know it as k-at-t. Synthetics phonics is a practical skill for teaching spelling and reading because it encourages students to understand the phonemes rather than the letters, because ideally the phonemes are more important. The English language is one of the most complex and advanced languages in the world. There are 26 letters and incredibly 44 phonemes which individuals learn. No other language has the amount of letters or phonemes that the English language does. Get Reading Right ideology is to teach students all 44 phonemes in a particular group or stages. The students are then able to construct or write words from the beginning, which is incredible. Get Reading Right describes this as decoding or encoding. The process of reading a word with synthetic phonics has two stages. Firstly, the individual's grapheme phoneme correspondence is recognized, and then the phonemes and sounds are blended or synthesized into words. Reading or decoding and spelling, segmenting, are reversible processes that are taught simultaneously in synthetic phonics. Encoding. Synthetic phonics teaches children that English alphabet code is reversible. If you can read one word, you can spell it. Encoding involves listening for the phonemes, sounds, and deciding which letter represents these phonemes or sounds, also known as spelling. What makes Get Reading Right different from traditional phonics program? Research and review from government agencies identified that traditional phonics programs were not meeting up to standards and too many students were left behind. Students are taught spelling rules that are ineffective and too difficult to understand. It is often later in a child's schooling that students learn the importance to sound out or decode words. Consequently, these findings have enormous effects on individual society and the cost to society. How is synthetic phonics different from traditional phonics? Synthetic phonics initially focuses on students' development and understanding of phonic awareness and linking phonemes to single letters. For example, F for F. Additionally, student learns that these phonemes can be blended to produce words. For example, k, a, t for cat. Once the single-lettered phonemes have been mastered and students understand the role in which the phonemes play, the level of difficulty increases. Students become aware that phonemes can be represented by two letters, like ch, o, p, chop. After the students then develop an understanding that single letters and double phonemes can be used to represent in multiple ways. For example, A, as in play, may, or way. This is just identifying that A can be used in multiple words. Finally, advanced coding is taught. Children learn that sometimes a single letter can be represented in more than one phoneme, particularly vowels. For example, O in most and the O in hot, or ow in wow, or ow in toe. Each example has the same letters, however the phonemes or the sounds are different. Get Reading Right emphasises the value of which phonics has on students' reading, writing and spelling. Another big difference between traditional phonics programs and the synthetics program is the rate in which they are taught. Synthetics phonics does not focus on a sound of a week, which traditional phonics do. Instead, students can learn up to 6 phonemes or sounds a week. Students also start to make their own words straight away using the skills and materials which they've learned. These are important in developing students' knowledge of literacies in the early ages. Get Reading Right program and structure. The Get Reading Right program follows a synthetic phonics teaching sequence or structure which can take up to 3 years to teach, depending on the class. It is important that educators remember not how fast you teach the program, it's how well the students learn and absorb the content. There are 3 structures or stages in which the students learn and develop all 44 phonemes in the English language. In the Get Reading Right program, these stages are called the Basic Code, the Advanced Code, and the Complete the Code. Each stage of the program must be mastered before they can continue on to the next one. Additionally, phonemes, students are introduced to camera words. Get Reading Right describes camera words as a group of words in the English language that children use in their speech and writing that cannot be decoded, or they need advanced skills to do so. So particularly for the earlier stages, they don't have the skills yet where they can break down these words, or they don't have the phoneme development of how to break down these words. For example, a great example is was. Students are encouraged to take a photo of them with their mind eyes and remember these tricky words. Here is the stage 1 of Get Reading Right synthetic program, which is basic codes. So in this stage, students learn target sounds, which are on the left, and they are also learning camera words, which are on the right. On this slide, identifies the part 2 or stage 2 or synthetic program. This is the advanced coding. So on the left, students are learning phonemes or sounds. They also are spelling choices. So words with more complicated patterns, such as vowel, consonant, consonant, also consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant, or consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant words. Finally is the last stage, which is part 3. The students are learning all these target sounds. Resources and training. Get Reading Right website provides numerous of useful resources, from school resources, at-home teaching, and free resources. All of these are designed to advance students' development of synthetic phonics. For example, the teacher resources. There's the explicit teaching, which is the toolkits, which has like your lesson plans and everything, but I'm going to discuss that a little bit later on. There's also applying synthetic phonics, which includes magnets in addition to the toolkit. Practicing synthetic phonics, so activities and worksheets, readers, home learners, and learning support. The at-home package includes Get Reading Right, provides parents with the opportunity to further develop students' knowledge and understanding of synthetic phonics through an at-home package. And additionally, there's also free resources, which is worksheets. But it basically is it's a teacher blog where teachers can put worksheets, activities, anything that they want on there to help other teachers with teaching this subject. Resources and training. Get Reading Right believes that teachers and educators need to have appropriate skills and tools to teach students synthetic phonics. Get Reading Right provides teachers with training and in-service programs to further the teacher's personal development and pedagogy on synthetic phonics. These in-service and trainings include strong pre-service reading foundations, synthetic phonics, the Fab 5, spelling and comprehension. Here I have provided where the Get Reading Right synthetic program relates to the national curriculum. So on the next few slides, it will be showing where it relates to the foundation program. the Year 1 National Program and the Year 2 National Program. Research and review. Results and case studies. I've also included in these slides some research articles, and on the website they've highlighted what they've said. So basically, the National Inquiry into Teaching Literacy recommended that teachers provide synthetic and direct explicit phonics instructions so that children master essential alphabetic code-breaking skills required to foundation reading proficiency. Here's an article from the UK, which has got synthetic phonics mandatory. Also, here's an article for the US, systematic and synthetic phonics. Additionally, there is the JACS work portfolio where you can click on this link and it will show you the samples of Get Reading Right synthetics. Also, here is the case study of Earlwood Public School. Once you click on this link, it will direct you to the website of the Get Reading Right case studies, and it will show you the results of Earlwood Public Schools from the NAPLAN after implementing Get Reading Right. Good afternoon, kindergarten. How are you? Good, Miss Page. That's great. Today in this lesson, we are going to be learning some sounds. So can we go over some sounds that we've learned, like ah? Say ah. Ah. B. B. And we've also learned s. S. Right. So today, we are going to be learning 3 new sounds, and we're going to write some words after we learn these sounds. So this is called, the sound is ch. Say ch. 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 Louder. Ch. Ch. Very good. This sound here is k. 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 Can you say it for me, Joe? K. Very good. All together. K. And the last sound that we're going to be learning is sh. Sh. Very good. So we'll start off with ch. Say ch. Ch. Very good. What letters can you see in this one sound? Yes, Kitty. K and P. Are they the letters or are they the sounds? They are the sounds. So what letter is this? C. Very good. And what letter does that show? H. Very good. So when you see C and H together, it makes the sound ch. So let's say it. Ch. Very good. Can we think of any words that has ch in it? Chicken. Chicken. That's a good one. Can you think of any words, Joe? Chop. Very good. Let's write some of these words down. Use your piece of paper, aka whiteboard. So, let's write.
Am I writing the sound, Miss Page, or am I writing the whole
Let's
word?
write the sound first. Sh. So C and H. Very good. Now, we're going to write chop. Can we sound chop out? Ch. Ch. Op. P. Let's say it together. Ch. Op. P. So let's have a practice. I want you to try first of how you think you might spell it. Ch. Op. P. And then I'm going to write it down. Very close, Joe, but that's not right. Good work, Kitty. You spell chop like this. Ch. Off. P. So we have our ch. Op. P. Now I want you to write that down without looking at it. Sound it out. Ch. Write it down. O. P. Very good. I'm going to write this under the ch sound. Ch. Op. P. start or have sh in it. Joe.
Shirt.
Shirt, that's a good one. Can you think of anything else? Show. Show. Anything else? So we have shirt and show, they're good ones. What about shop? That's a good one.
It's probably on this page. You get the
So, let's sound it out. Shirt.
shirt.
Oh. I want you to try and write shop down.
Shirt. Oh.
Great work. So shop is spelled shirt of per. Just like this. We've got our shirt of per. So what were those words again that we said? Shop. Yeah, shop. She.
Shirt.
Shirt. And shoe. We are going to have to skip because we don't have enough time. We've only got 10 minutes. Okay, now, your job, kindergarten. I have the sounds written here. I want you to trace the sound. Then I want you to draw it again. And lastly, I want you to think of any words that has the sound in it. So give it your best go. Very quick.
This we didn't do sync-based, did we leave that one?
Great work, time's up. Obviously the activities section will be longer. They are good. So, let's go over some words again. Shirt, up, chop. Shirt, is,
Cheese.
shirt, aisle.
Child.
Shirt, at,
Chat.
very good. And this time I'm going to point to either Kitty or Joe, and I want you to sound out the word. Kitty. Sh. O. P. Say shop. Good. Joe.
Shirt. Shirt.
Good boy. And I'll do shirt. E. P. She. Very good, kindergarten. These are some of the words that you have learned today with these sounds. Lastly, we are going to write a sentence. We are going to write, look at Mrs. Chop. Funny clock. Look at Mrs. Chop. Funny's clock. I feel like that has to be an S.
Oh, that sounds better.
Thank you, kindergarten. You are great at editing sentences.
Oh, wow, that's better.
So, what sounds can you hear here that we have learned today? Ch. For what? Chop. And any other sounds? K. Good boy. So now, I want you to write down this sentence.
It went too long.
Oh, look at that. It was 10 minutes and 5 seconds.